Happy Devils Weekday. This is Shorts Guy and Beer Baron back here on short shifts, if I can speak, on an unspecified day of the week from unspecified locations in the beautiful state of New Jersey. Beer Baron, we spoke about tickets the other day. Now, today we're going to be talking about fans, and we're going to be talking about fans and reselling, buying and reselling Devils memorabilia. What are your thoughts? Start us off.
Honestly, I feel like buying and reselling memorabilia is like one of it's the same kind of ilk as like buying a ticket and then tripling the price and trying to turn around and gouging your fellow Devils fan. I feel like it's such a scummy thing to do. You know what I mean? Like, it's one thing to stand in line, get something signed, and keep it as memorabilia or give it as a gift, but to turn around and try to like just sell it, or even worse, make a forgery and make like a fake one and try to sell that, that's even worse. But I don't know. What do you think about it?
Well, I think there's a lot to it. I used to love going to the Devils equipment sale when they used to have it on draft day, because I would always love to find a decent stick that wasn't too worn out, a pair of gloves or something that I could actually go out and use on the ice or on the inline rink. I was looking for new gear at a decent price. What really bothered me at those sales was you'd see these people just like with their arms just full of sticks. It's like, what are you going to do with all these sticks? You're not going to use them to play, and that's when they show up on online and on eBay. On top of that, with autographs, sometimes you see people outside of the arena with like just boxes of blank pucks trying to get players to, sign multiple pucks. And exactly what's happening is those pucks are going online. Yeah. And that right there is going to, what that's also going to do in the long run? That's going to keep players from wanting to sign things.
Yeah.
If you're there to get something, your jersey signed, or you have a picture with a player, it's awesome. Just to get something signed, for your shelf. Like I have behind me, I've got a bunch of, pucks and soccer balls signed by different players. That's one thing. But if you're going there to just try to like build up what's the word? I can't think of the word I'm looking for here. Yeah, or like just to have a stock of stuff to sell. That's just, I don't like it.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. That's, it's all about being like just a decent human being, like a decent fan of your team, and not trying to screw over your fellow fans. And sometimes it's not even people that are fans of the sport that go and do that kind of stuff, that, just know where the players exit, and you get these real greaseballs that, go and do that kind of stuff. Honestly, you have places that you can go and get a certified autograph. I know we talked about like Sports Minded, which is a place that I'm very familiar with. And one of the cool things that I think that they do is, as soon as you get the autograph, they also give you a certified piece of paper that goes along with it to make sure that it's the real deal. Obviously, you met the player and it's real, but somebody down the road, if you need to sell it for whatever reason, or if you're trying to get rid of it, they would be able to look at that little piece of paper and be like, okay, well, this is certified. Sometimes it gets a little crazy because places like that do charge money. You have to pay like $20 for the puck, and then you have to pay $20 for the autograph, which is a little crazy. But, they're a business and they have to make money. So all, fair and love and war. But I don't know. Those places, if you want to get a legitimate one, I would honestly go to a place like that instead of trying to buy it online. That's just my personal take on it, because sometimes you might get something of a forgery. Yeah, and I don't want the listeners to get us wrong. We're not against if you have to sell something, or if you just don't want something that you want to sell it. We're not against that. We're against the people who are doing this and are just trying to, they have an inventory of autographs that they've gotten because they've waited after the games for this specific and sole purpose of just selling it to other people. And usually running up the price too.
Yeah, and running up the price. And, that's why you're probably, going to see a lot, that's why sometimes players don't want to sign stuff. I mean, they may be having a bad day, or maybe, someone screwed over some of their fans in the past and they don't want to see that happen again. So they just have a blanket policy, which sucks as well.
Yeah.
Again, like I said, we're not against selling stuff if you want to sell it. It's the people that are just trying to sell it. Yeah, sometimes you have to. It's the people selling stuff just to screw people over.
Exactly. And, honestly, it's one of those things, too. Like you said, there might be a time where a player is not really in the mood to sign something, or you might meet somebody out in public if they're with their kids, and we've talked about this in the past, like don't try to go up to them and say like, hey, can you sign my hat or my jersey or whatever. You know, let them be. There's always a time and a place. That's another reason why those places that are structured, that you can walk up. Yes, you have to wait in line, which is kind of annoying, and sometimes the interaction with the player is very short and brief because you have 150 people behind you. But at the same time, it's you're going to get what you got, what you came for. You know what I mean? And it ends up being
totally. Yeah, you're definitely buying a legitimate thing, and you got to remember that those players are meeting 150 strangers in a short amount of time. So even though they may sound kind of like impersonal, it's like, I know myself personally, sometimes meeting a bunch of new people is kind of a difficult thing.
It's overwhelming.
And I'm sure, it's very overwhelming, and it's great that they're there with, they're getting paid obviously, but they're also there on a Saturday. They don't have to be there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And who knows where they had to come from, like Alpine, New Jersey or something like that.
Yeah, right. So I'm not even really a huge autograph person as well. I have a few and I get a couple here and there, but I don't personally go out of my way much. At least anymore to get them.
I got a Danny Briere that I'm looking to unload on anybody that's looking for one.
Hey, I will say this real quick story before we close out here. One of the nicest guys to ever sign anything of mine, Cam Jansen, when he came back with the St. Louis Blues. My friends of mine and myself waited for him to come out, and as other players kind of passed by and signed stuff, and they just moved on because they were looking to get on the plane. He came busting out of the door like the Kool-Aid guy. What's going on? What can I sign? It was the greatest guy. Took all the pictures. He was just happier than anything just to like make someone's day, and he sure enough made our day, and it was fantastic. So
that's awesome.
Beer Baron, any last words before we close this one out?
This segment has been brought to you by Steiner Sports. No, I'm just kidding. No, honestly,
they're not paying us yet.
No, I'm just, you know what? I'm looking forward to the next time I can go out to one of these places and actually get an autograph. But either way, like we said before, don't screw your fellow Devils fans.
Exactly. Don't screw your fellow Devils fans. Once again, this was Shorts Guy and Beer Baron for Short Shifts on an unspecified weekday from unspecified New Jersey locations. Until next time, let's go Devils.